Hey everyone, today I'm breaking down the biggest changes to Medicare as a result of the big, beautiful bill, which was recently signed into law. I'm going to break it down into simplified terms and let you know how exactly it will impact you if you are on Medicare or about to go on to Medicare, so stay tuned. So there is a lot of confusion and conversation surrounding this big, beautiful bill. Some people love it, think it's great. Other people think it's terrible. So today I want to break down specifically how it's going to impact you if you are a senior on Medicare. Let's talk about some of the biggest implications of this bill. The big one is the big cuts to Medicare and Medicaid. So this bill adds a lot of debt to the government, and that triggers automatic cuts, kind of like a budget alarm. These are called pay-go cuts, and Medicare could lose about $500 billion starting in 2027. So what does that mean for you? Well, if you're on a Medicare Advantage plan, Medicare Advantage plans get paid directly from the federal government. With less money going into the system, the insurance companies may need to scale back on some of their benefits. So if you have a Medicare Advantage plan, it's probable that you could see a reduction in extra benefits, things like the dental or vision or gym membership benefits that are usually rolled into a Medicare Advantage plan, or you could see that your Medicare Advantage plan now has higher premiums or higher copays associated with the plan. If you have traditional Medicare with a Medigap, aka Medicare Supplement plan, your coverage will remain the same. However, doctors may start to receive lower fees from Medicare, which means there is a potential that fewer doctors and hospitals could be taking Medicare patients in the future. Again, we don't know this, but it's just a thought with the Medicare cuts. Something else to mention here is that starting in 2026, CMS is rolling out a new pilot program to implement prior authorization on traditional Medicare, original Medicare, for certain services in some states. Now, prior authorization is something that people on Medicare Advantage plans are pretty familiar with. It's pretty common on a Medicare Advantage plan where you need the insurance company to authorize a certain service before it will be covered and before you can receive that service from your provider. On traditional Medicare and Medigap plans, typically we don't see any prior authorization, but if you live in one of the 6 states that you see here, there will be prior authorization on certain services for people on traditional Medicare. Now, which services are they? I've linked in the show notes below. There are 17 services that will now require prior authorization. They are a little bit more obscure services. They're not very commonplace. However, it could impact you. So you definitely want to check that out. Another result of the big, beautiful bill is that prescription drug costs may remain higher. Originally, Medicare was supposed to be able to negotiate prescription drug costs for certain higher and more expensive medications. But the new bill changed that, and now Medicare has less power to negotiate drug costs, which means the price you pay for medications may stay high for longer. So this can impact you whether you're on a Medicare Advantage plan that includes prescription drug coverage or whether you have a standalone Medicare Part D drug plan with traditional Medicare. Now, one thing that I think is good news is that there's a new $6,000 tax break for seniors age 65 and over. Starting in 2025, anyone who's 65 and over will automatically get a tax break as a result of the big, beautiful bill. This tax break is called the senior bonus deduction, and there is absolutely nothing you need to do to claim it. It automatically will happen for you. That means you get to lower your taxable income, which could impact the amount you pay in taxes. It doesn't impact your Medicare plan, but it could put more money in your pocket. This bill also delayed help for automatic enrollment for certain low-income Medicare beneficiaries. There was supposed to be a new rule to help low-income Medicare beneficiaries to get help automatically. It was going to make it easier to sign up for programs that would help these people pay for their Medicare premiums and their prescription drug costs. But this was delayed until 2035. That means if you need help paying your Medicare bills, there are still programs available to you, but you have to enroll in them manually. This bill also tightens rules for immigrants receiving Medicare benefits. Now, undocumented immigrants are completely barred from Medicare, and if you have a green card, you have to wait 5 years for eligibility for Medicare or Medicaid. The bill also impacts the Affordable Care Act, which doesn't directly impact Medicare beneficiaries, but it could impact you as you are about to transition to Medicare. Certain people that retire before age 65 that get an Affordable Care Act health plan until they're eligible for Medicare, or if you have a younger spouse who's on an individual health plan. This new law does cut back on some of the subsidies that helped to lower those Affordable Care Act health insurance premiums. You'll now have to qualify your income annually for Affordable Care Act health plans, and you potentially could see your health insurance costs go up depending on your income and what type of coverage you have. So what should you do next? Well, I think some of the biggest takeaways are that you should continue to review your Medicare coverage every year, especially if you have a Medicare Advantage plan or a Part D prescription drug plan. Those plans could change as a result of this new law. So you want to look out for your annual notice of change document. It's going to come to you in the mail by the end of September every year. Review that and be sure to actively shop for your plan. Again, we can help you with this here in my office. We work in most every state and we'd be happy to assist. And if you're worried at all about losing your benefits or losing your coverage, then you want to reach out to a knowledgeable advisor that can assist you. Again, that's what we do here in my office. We help people on Medicare shop for all different types of plans and options to help you find the best fit for your needs and your budget. This bill is very long, very big. There are a lot of tax implications associated with it, but I really wanted to cut through a lot of the clutter and just get down to how it will impact your Medicare coverage. So hopefully this video helped to do just that. If you have any questions, please leave them for me in the comment section below. I love hearing what you have to say. Share this video to someone who may find it useful, and thanks for being here. We'll see you soon.